My king wishes the word. You go back and tell your king, we stand before you, not as slaves, but as free men, Spartans, forward!
Agape love. So this is the term that describes this state of love that I've been speaking about. So what it means to be in this state of love is to be free of fear. Now, when I say fear, I'm 100% talking about the emotion. And we all know that feeling. I mean, the quickest way to identify it is just think about when someone snuck up on you or when you were startled, that feeling of fear. Now, once you identify that feeling, you'll notice that that feeling comes up all the time. You can be walking down the street and see a stranger and you'll feel that feeling come up. I mean, there's so many different reasons why different people feel fear, but to be in agape love is to be free of this fear. Now, don't get me wrong. Even when you figure out how to get in this state, you're constantly fighting that fear because it comes up for different reasons. So it's a moment by moment, second by second battle. And you have to identify the way to suppress it, to push it down. But once you do, you go into agape love. Now, the thing you have to understand about this type of love is it's twofold. It can backfire because you can love anything. You can love what's good or you can love what's evil. Most of us have what's called a conscience. That's the fear that kicks in when you do something that you know you're not supposed to do. Okay? But at the very same time, you want to be free of fear in all other aspects of life. So once you understand agape love, then you start using your fear. You know, you can use your fear as a sort of a sixth sense. You know, it comes up and it lets you know something's wrong. And as soon as you identify it, you push it back down. But now your eyes are open. Like, whoa, what's going on? You know, like I said, when you're doing something you're not supposed to, you should be afraid. You should be like, nah, I can't do that. Nah, I don't want to do that. And you should identify that feeling and listen to it. So it isn't saying that that feeling of fear is useless. It's saying that you want to keep that feeling to an absolute minimum. Now, the compass is what we use to guide our love. You need the compass, and we'll get into that in a later discussion. But that's just to preface you and help you to understand that there's more to this than just good vibes. You know, just I'm just happy all the time. It's just good vibes. But once you've understood all that, and then you start focusing on being fearless, that's where all the power comes from. The video, the science and power behind love goes deep into what is actually going on physiologically, and as I like to say, spiritually, when you're in this state of fearlessness. Because there's something very specific that happens when you feel fear. You give off a low frequency vibration from your heart and from your mind. And when you feel love, you give off a high frequency vibration. And it goes really deep into how this vibration is what holds cells together. It's what holds atoms together. It's the true source of our power. So what you want to focus on right now is just uniting. So what you want to focus on is just using this fearless state to unite with the people around you. And it's very simple. When you have a conversation with someone, just suppress the fear and let that conversation flow. Because what you have to understand about fear is there are layers to your fear. I'm going to try to give you a quick example. I can be afraid of talking to strangers. And when I walk down the street and I see a stranger, it forces me to look the other way. Therefore, I shut down and I won't talk to them. Now, they could have, been looking to say hi. And when they say hi, I get all awkward about it and I don't say hi and then I'm late. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Because I've opened up. But that was those layers. The first layer was I was afraid to just speak to a stranger. And it led all the way to me being awkward when the stranger actually said hi and opened up to me. So it goes deeper, and I'm a little hard pressed right now to find good examples of all these layers. But you'll really find it once you live in love for a while, because one thing that actually happens is that all the traumas and traumatic things that's happened to you in your past, especially if you're like me and you suppress those type of things, you don't think about them, they'll all start coming up. And like an onion, your layers will start peeling back. All the layers, all the reasons, all the triggers that you have to certain situations will start peeling back. And you'll get down to the core of yourself. But this is the main power that we all have to harness, is our ability just to live in time in love. Not being afraid to just say hi to somebody. Hey, how's it going? Not being afraid to engage in a conversation. Not being afraid when someone says something that you don't agree with, to hear them out, analyze them, and use your understanding and logic to disprove what they're saying, or to look inside and say, you know what, you're actually right. Yeah, you're right about that. I was actually off a little bit. And that's what love does. It allows us to come together. All the variables and parameters around us coming together aren't perfect, but love pretty much softens everything so that these moving pieces can gently come together and bounce off of one another. You know, we're not going to all like each other. You know, just because you love someone doesn't mean you like them. But it does mean that I don't like you, man. I'm gonna just go my way, you know. Let's just separate, rather than, hey man, I don't like you, I hate you, man. Like, and then you're getting into an argument, you're getting into a fight. In love, you can just walk away. Hey, we have a difference of opinion. You know, I tried to understand your side, and I hope you understand my side, and we just honestly have a different of opinion. Let's just go our separate ways. No hard feelings, you know. I love you, bud. We just don't mesh that well. And that's what you're able to do in love. And you need that when you're trying to bring together 7 billion people like we're trying to do, because everybody has a difference of opinion. And once you get into love and you stop being fearful, and you stop being fearful of listening to people, you start understanding that people have really good reasons for the things they believe. Even if what they believe is wrong, they have a really good reason. And one last point I'll bring up about belief is not knowledge. Okay, that's why you need to stay in a state of love where you can listen to people, because when you believe something, you believe it. If someone's standing behind me and I say, I'm going to fall back, will you catch me? And he say, yeah. And you say, I believe you. I believe you're going to catch me. Well, you don't know. You believe. You believe he's going to catch you. It's a difference in saying, oh, I know he's going to catch me. He's right there. Yeah, he's caught me 100 times. He's going to catch me. You wouldn't say that if you thought someone was going to catch you. So, oh, yeah, he's going to catch me. Someone asks you, hey, is he going to catch you? I believe he's going to catch me. That's belief. We have beliefs in things that we can't necessarily prove. Things that have been proven to us through the spirit or through different ways, but we can't necessarily prove it without any shot of a doubt. So that's belief. So, to sum this all up, fight fear. Get out of fear. Get into a state of love. We'll go into the compass in a future video of how you guide your love towards one another. But just being in this state of love allows you to interact with the world. And that is the only way for us to unite, for us to interact, for us to not be afraid of one another. Fear breeds hatred. Hatred breeds the destruction of mankind. I love y'all.
I see a ladder up to heaven. Anybody wanna come? My favorite number always been 7. You know what?